Let's walk through it step by step. Today we'll cover how to answer job interview questions clearly and confidently, even if your English isn't perfect. The moment the interview begins, what's usually the first question?
Tell me about yourself. That classic. It sounds simple, but it's actually tricky, right?
Yep, people either say too much or too little, or they panic. So let's break it down. First, we're not telling our life story. We're just giving a short summary of who we are professionally.
Exactly. Think of it like this. What do you do? What are you good at? What are you looking for?
Nice. And here's a super simple sentence to start. I'm a job title with number of years of experience in industry. For example, I'm a marketing assistant with 3 years of experience in social media campaigns.
That's clean and easy. And you can follow up with something like, I specialize in, or I'm passionate about.
Or even, I recently worked on, and then give a quick example.
Right. Let's do a sample answer together. I'll pretend to be a graphic designer.
Great, go for it.
Hi, I'm a graphic designer with 4 years of experience in branding and visual identity. I specialize in creating logos and brand guides for startups. I'm passionate about helping small businesses look professional and unique. Recently, I worked with a tech startup to redesign their entire brand, and their engagement doubled in a month.
That's excellent. Clear, confident, not too long.
Exactly. The key is not perfect grammar, it's structure and clarity. If you make small grammar mistakes, it's okay. But if your answer is confusing or has no point, then the interviewer can't follow you.
Let's be real. Native speakers also make grammar mistakes when they're nervous, but they keep going.
Yes, that's such a good point. So don't pause too much trying to find perfect words. It's better to speak naturally and finish your thought.
Here's a tip I give my students. Write down your answers, practice them aloud, but don't memorize. You want to sound natural, not like a robot.
Exactly. If you memorize and forget one word, your whole answer can collapse. But if you practice ideas, not exact words, you'll stay calm and flexible.
Let's also mention tone and confidence. You might say great sentences, but if your voice is shaky or you avoid eye contact, it doesn't help.
Right. Confidence is 50% of a job interview. Even if your English is simple, if you sound sure of yourself, that changes everything.
I always tell my students, speak slowly. Nervous people speak too fast. When you speak slowly, you give your brain time to think and you sound more in control.
Also, smile. It's simple, but it helps you relax and it gives a good impression.
Should we give them a small template they can use?
Let's do it. Here's a basic one. I'm a job title with X years of experience in field. I specialize in skills. I enjoy related interest or task. In my last role, I achievement or example. I'm excited to bring that experience to your team.
Perfect. It's easy to adjust for different jobs. Let's do another example. This time, you be a customer service rep.
All right. I'm a customer service representative with over 5 years of experience in retail and tech support. I specialize in solving problems and keeping customers happy. I enjoy helping people and turning a bad experience into a good one. In my last role, I reduced complaints by 30% in 6 months. I'm excited to bring that same focus to your team.
That was excellent. And it didn't sound robotic, even though it followed a template.
Exactly, that's the goal. Simple, structured, but still human.
So if you're listening and thinking, I can't do that, you can. Just break it into steps. Practice your ideas, and remember, you don't have to be perfect.
You just have to be clear and confident, and that's what we're here to help you do.
All right, Ella, now that we've helped people introduce themselves in an interview, let's move on to the next big question. Why do you want to work here?
Ooh, that one. It sounds innocent, but it's a trap question.
Exactly, because the interviewer wants to know if you actually care about this job, not any job. So your answer should show that you've done your homework.
That's right. Even just a little research goes a long way, like visiting the company's website, checking their recent projects, or reading their mission statement.
So, how can learners build a solid answer even if they don't understand everything they read online?
Good question. First, focus on these three areas. What does the company do? What do you like about it? And how does your skill match what they need?
Nice. For example, let's say you're applying to a company that makes eco-friendly products. You could say, I'm very interested in sustainability and I admire your company's focus on reducing waste. I'd love to be part of a team that makes a positive environmental impact.
That's short and clear. You're showing interest and giving a reason that connects to your values.
And remember, you don't need to use fancy words. Just be honest and connect the company's mission with something real about you.
Let's do a little role play. I'll be the candidate this time.
Okay, I'll be the interviewer. Why do you want to work here?
I've followed your company for a while, and I'm really impressed with how you focus on innovation and design. As a product designer, I always try to create things that are both beautiful and useful, and I feel your team shares that same value. I'd love to contribute my ideas to your next projects.
That was great. Personal, simple, and connected to the company.
Thanks. Now, another question people struggle with. What are your strengths? People often say, I'm hardworking, but that's not enough.
Right. Everyone says that. What makes your answer strong is an example. Don't just say the strength, show it.
Here's a structure people can use. One of my strengths is skill. For example, when I was working at Place, I example.
Perfect. That way, you're not just describing yourself, you're proving it.
Let's say your strength is communication. You could say, one of my strengths is communication. In my last job, I trained new staff members and helped reduce confusion by creating a simple guide. It improved the training process a lot.
That's strong, it tells a story, and it feels real.
Let's also talk about a scary question. What are your weaknesses? Most people either freeze or give a fake answer like, I'm a perfectionist.
Yeah, that's a classic, but it doesn't feel honest. A better way is to show self-awareness and growth. Talk about a real challenge, but explain what you're doing to improve.
For example, I used to get nervous speaking in meetings, especially in English, but I've been taking part in small team discussions and asking for feedback. It's helping me build confidence.
Exactly. That answer shows that you're honest and that you take action. It's not about being perfect, it's about learning.
Let's pause for a second here. If you're listening and thinking, this is useful, we love your support. You can follow the podcast or leave a review. It helps more learners find us.
Yes, and remember, we're doing this to help you feel more natural when you speak English in real situations. So let's keep going.
Another important question is, why should we hire you? Now, this is your chance to sell yourself.
Exactly. It's not a time to be shy. Think of it like this. The interviewer wants to know how you can solve their problem.
Right. So a good answer should combine your skills, your achievements, and what value you bring to them.
Here's a basic structure. You should hire me because I have X skill and I've used it to achievement. I'm confident I can bring the same success here.
Let me give an example. You should hire me because I have strong project management skills. In my last job, I led a team to complete a major project 2 weeks early, under budget. I'm confident I can help your team do the same.
That's strong. You're not just listing skills, you're showing results.
Also, confidence matters here. Even if your English isn't advanced, if you speak clearly and show that you believe in your value, it leaves a strong impression.
Let's be honest, most interviewers are not judging your English like a grammar test. They want to know if you can do the job and if you can communicate well enough.
Exactly. Focus on meaning and message, not on being perfect.
So, to review, 1. Know your strengths and give examples. 2. Be honest about your weaknesses and show improvement. 3. Connect your goals to the company's mission. 4. Show confidence in your value.
That's the heart of it. Don't memorize answers. Practice your message and speak with structure and purpose.
If you do that, your English will be good enough, and your confidence will make the difference.
Okay, so we've already covered some big questions, but now comes one that really makes people nervous. Tell me about yourself.
Yes, this one sounds easy, but most people don't know where to start. They either say too much or they go completely blank.
Or they talk about their childhood, their pets, and their favorite pizza. But this question isn't about your life story. It's about your professional summary.
Exactly. The interviewer is asking, what should I know about you that helps me understand if you're right for this role?
So what's the best way to answer it?
I like to use a simple structure: present, past, future.
Ooh, I like that. Can you explain it?
Sure. Present, what you're doing now professionally. Past, what experience or education brought you here. And future, what you want to do next, hopefully with this company.
Nice. That gives you a clear beginning, middle, and end. And you avoid rambling.
Exactly. Let's try an example. I'm currently working as a sales assistant at XYZ company, where I focus on helping customers and improving our monthly sales numbers. Before that, I studied business and worked part-time in customer service, which helped me develop strong communication skills. Now, I'm looking for a position where I can grow and take on more responsibility, like this one.
That's perfect. You're telling your story in a way that connects to the job.
And notice something else. It's short and focused. Maybe 4 to 5 sentences. That's enough.
Right. It's not your autobiography. Now let's talk about a question that can feel uncomfortable. Why did you leave your last job? People worry they'll say the wrong thing here.
True, and it's important to stay positive. Even if your last job was awful, never complain in an interview.
Yes, never say things like, my boss was mean or the company was terrible. That shows bad attitude.
So instead, use a professional reason, like, I wanted to find a role where I could grow more. Or, I enjoyed my time there, but I'm now looking for new challenges.
And if you were let go or laid off, you can still answer in a calm way. For example, my company had to downsize, and unfortunately, my position was affected. But I'm using this opportunity to find a role where I can continue to develop my skills.
That shows maturity and professionalism.
Exactly. Now let's move on to a tricky one. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Ah, yes. A question that makes people want to say, alive, hopefully?
Seriously, though, this question isn't about predicting the future. It's about showing that you have goals.
Yes. They want to know, are you ambitious? Will you stay at the company? Do you have a direction?
So how can you answer it in a way that sounds smart? even if you're not sure what your future looks like.
Start by focusing on skills. For example, in 5 years, I'd like to have grown in my role and develop leadership skills. I hope to take on more responsibility and contribute to bigger projects.
Or you could say, I'm still exploring my long-term goals, but I'm excited to learn more in this field and grow within a company like yours.
Both are great. You're showing motivation without promising anything unrealistic.
Exactly. It's about showing intent, not a perfect plan.
Another common question is, do you prefer to work alone or in a team? There's a hidden trap in this one too.
Yes, because the best answer is usually it depends. You need to show flexibility.
Right. Something like, I'm comfortable working independently when needed, especially when I need to focus, but I also enjoy collaborating with others and learning from different perspectives.
That's balanced. You're not picking sides, you're showing you can do both.
And that's what most jobs require these days, both independence and teamwork.
Before we go, we want to say if you found this helpful, please subscribe to our podcast. We release new episodes every day, and we'd love your support.
And if you want to help more learners like you, share this episode and leave us a comment. Tell us, what's the hardest interview question you've ever faced?
And don't forget, whether you're applying for your dream job or your first job, keep practicing, stay calm,
And stay chill.